So we are going with Kitahrah here with KT's Rock Renaissance. Oh, I'm so excited. My name is Mickaela Murphy. I am with Rockers United Deluxe. You can find them on Facebook. And we are interviewing here talking about it's Disability Awareness Month. And you've been showcasing a bunch of disabled artists on your show over the month, and now we get to showcase you. How
I
are
know.
you?
I am good. I'm also excited and nervous for this, but yeah, excited to see what you throw at me today.
We did do a lot of talking ahead of time, so there might be a little bit of overlap, but we got to fill the hour, right? So tell me, let's go back over, let's start from the beginning. Tell me about how you got started on this. How long have you been doing singing? And yeah.
Well, music has been a major part of my life since I was a child. Music was always present in the home. My mom was always listening to music, and my grandma too. And so I feel like for me, like I was really interested in like stuff I heard on TV or radio. Hannah Montana, Demi Lovato, the Jonas Brothers, the Naked Brothers band, all of those kind of
Absolutely.
yeah,
That was a
influenced
vibe.
my early years. I always was just in my room just listening to music. I don't think I did a lot of like singing in depth until oh gosh, maybe 2005, 2006-ish. Keisha Cole, she started that, I feel like, for me because I got her first album and I was like obsessed with her music. I loved her voice. And so I feel like that's where my early singing really started out was with Keisha Cole, Sierra, all that sort of stuff. So I would just sit in my room and listen to music and sing. And then, yeah, the Naked Brothers band sort of came around and I was really obsessed with the lead singer, and I was like, man, like I want to learn how to sing like him. And they were doing like rock music too, but they were kids, so I was like, this is so cool. Like I want to be able to do this. But somehow I managed to like learn how to sing similarly to Nat Wolf. And then when the Jonas Brothers came around, I listened to albums a lot as a kid, so I was constantly listening to the Jonas Brothers, and I had like a lot of their albums as well. So I would listen to them so much. I think I was hanging out with a group of friends and I was singing, and one of my friends was like, "You sound like Nick Jonas," and I was like, "Huh." Like that's weird, but all right, I'll take it. So yeah, that's kind of where the early start with singing came about, and then in fourth grade, I participated in my first talent show, and I sang I Should Have Cheated by Keisha Cole. Yeah, after that, I got a lot of feedback saying like how good I sounded and that like you sound really good. You can sing. I didn't know that about you.
Always good feedback.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
Oh,
said some of those friends had kind of encouraged you to start recording what you've started recording now, some of those covers and that original one that you were working on that you were showing me.
yeah, that was a more recent thing. Yeah. I actually started writing songs. I actually started taking it a little bit more seriously as I moved through like middle school, and I actually had like a book of songs that I wrote. And then in high school, I think I participated in two talent shows where I sang for one of them. I sang a Naked Brothers band song, and then maybe three talent shows because I sang a Justin Bieber song with a friend of mine, and then I did some percussion and rapping with a group of friends for my final talent show. So, yeah, music's been present for a good chunk of my life. In high school and middle school, I joined choir. Also had a solo for a concert at the State House here in Columbus. And that was nerve-wracking as hell and very scary, but it was great. It was a wonderful experience. And yeah, moving past high school, I met a friend who is really into rock music. And that's how I kind of got into a lot of the metal that I listen to now, Wage War, Dayseeker, all that. I think me and him were sitting and talking, and I was like, I would love to cover a Dayseeker song. And yes, he encouraged me to do so. He said, I think you should. Why not? So I did that. And then, yeah, with the original song, because I'm really like curious about metal music and the screaming. And I love like listening to, especially like female artists, Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box.
Mm,
And, you know, artists like that, like, man, I want to learn how to scream, but I want to learn how to do it safely. But
yeah. I
yeah.
saw you with that vocal mister. Has that been helping?
Oh, Vocal Mist is amazing. I love it so much. Yeah,
I had
it's
never seen
great.
those before.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it either until actually Rory from Dayseeker. He mentions using it very often and it helps with his singing. So, and then I saw another artist, Nate Vickers, use it and said that it helped him while he was dealing with a cold, but wanted to continue to like sing and do stuff. And I was like, this is so cool. I'm gonna have to try it out. So, yeah.
Awesome tool. And then I also saw, you hadn't told me much, but Disability Unite Got Talent 2025. What are you hiding from me? Brag. That
Yeah.
sounds like a big thing.
So last year I participated in a retreat for blind musicians in Arizona, which is how I found out about this Disability Unite Got Talent talent show thing. The retreat in Arizona was awesome. I had an amazing time and I met a lot of blind musicians, got to participate in like a song with all of the musicians who were there. Like it was a great experience. It was great for my mental health as well. Yeah, so someone posted in our group chat about Disability Unite Got Talent, and I was like, I mean, I'll submit myself. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I'll do it. So I did it, and I would just tell my friends like to vote every day because I think it goes like however many votes you have by the end, like it kind of makes
Mhm.
you a finalist, and yeah, and that's what happened. I had a lot of votes, and I became a finalist, and so I got to participate virtually. I really wanted to go in person, but it just wasn't in the cards. So I submitted my cover of Homesick. It was definitely scary. I was like, man, like people are gonna see this, like. But it was also just a wonderful experience to put myself out there and to not be afraid to do it.
It just sounds like a really great source of community, though, just being able to connect with all those people.
Yeah, being able to support those with disabilities and also be a part of that, stating like, I am blind, but I'm here doing this thing. My blindness does not hinder me from being a singer or an artist or whatever, you know. Such a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and you had mentioned, I'd seen that you had put a couple of times that your motto is inability, not disability. And I think that kind of goes along with what you were just saying. Can you reflect more on that? That sounds just such beautiful, powerful words.
Disability, not inability. And I think I switched it like that because I feel like inability is the meaning that you just literally can't do it. Whereas disability is like there's a condition that is causing something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do the things. I love that motto. I feel like it encapsulates who I am as a person because I've never allowed my blindness to hinder me. And I've never been ashamed of being blind. And as an artist, like I feel like the blindness should not be the first thing that a promoter or, a venue owner or something sees.
Correct.
I feel like, it should be my singing or the talents that I bring that they focus on, not the disability.
Correct. 100%. And you got to talk with some other disabled creators and artists this month. How was that? That looks like it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was very fun. I was also very nervous because it was my first time doing interviews, which is something I've always wanted to do with this platform, even if they're not big bands, right? But getting to interview independent bands with disabled members. I love that for both of us because it gives me a chance to put myself out there, but also give these bands and artists a chance to raise awareness and share their story surrounding who they are as an artist, but also who they are as a person with a disability or as a band with disabled members, you know? So, yeah, it's been very fun. It's also been very empowering, I'll say, for both me, I feel like, and the bands and artists that I've interviewed. It's just like a wow moment, you know?
It's wonderful when you're able to kind of piece together the parts of that community, of the scene, the music scene. It's just one
Hmm.
big family. I love it. And then you yourself, completely blind, no vision at all?
So I have light perception in my left eye, which means that I can see when the sun is out, when the lights are on. But yeah, pretty much I'm completely blind minus the light perception.
And has this been from birth? Is this something
Yes.
that's progressed?
From birth, I was born with retinopathy of prematurity. Pretty much, I was born premature, and so because of that, like I wasn't fully like developed. There are parts of my body that weren't, so I had to get put into an incubator, and I think too much oxygen to the brain caused my blindness.
Yeah, well, that would do it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that song that you wrote, I Will Win, that is beautiful. So powerful. Can
Huh.
I get a snippet?
You took everything away from me, and you fucking destroyed my life. Your words like daggers as they cut through me, but I won't let them break my stride. You think I'm weak, helpless, and selfish. You treat me like I'm your personal plague. Well, I think you're greedy, conceited, and reckless. And I refuse to play your twisted game.
Beautiful. So album drops Friday, y'all. So that was absolutely amazing. But I loved listening to like reading through the words. Like just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so where'd you get the influence? Where'd you get the idea? How does the story come about? Tell me about it.
So that song is actually written about a turbulent relationship with a family member. I was having a conversation with the same friend who told me I should cover a Dayseeker song. So we were just talking about me and getting into metal stuff. And I was like, I wonder if I could write a metal song. And he was like, well, I think you can. And so I thought about it overnight and couldn't, I think I had trouble sleeping because I was like, man, like a song, I'm going to write a metal song. Like, what's that going to be like? But the next day I sat down and I started to put some lyrics down. And well, within an hour or maybe two, the song came together. I know for the bridge of this song, there will be some screaming. Unfortunately, I don't know how to scream yet, but I'm looking to hire out for that. I feel like it will be like a mix between, I guess, like a hard rock and a metal song.
Sounds very ballad-esque. I'm very excited to see where the screens come in. You can almost hear it though. It's got
Yeah.
this, it just flows. Very excited to hear what the final piece actually sounds like. That's gonna be a good one. And you've got like one friend you said doing your instrumentals right now. Are you
Yes,
still looking for
he.
instrumental artists? They should send you DMs.
Oh, I actually am because my friend, he is a musician and he does like church related gigs and he does other gigs up in Michigan actually. Just thought I'd
Ooh,
plug
up in
that in.
my neck of the woods.
Grand Rapids more so, but yes.
Other side of the state, but still.
Yes, I actually am looking for instrumentalist and a producer, honestly, for this song.
So yeah, anyone just throw your hat in the ring.
And
DM
screamers. If you can
resume.
scream, I need you. Guttural screams only.
Well, you mentioned a little bit on Dayseeker. We talked on the covers. I know Dayseeker's the biggest the biggest influence here? What drew you to Dayseeker in the first place, and what kind of keeps you coming back? Where's the connection?
Okay, so when I was growing up, like in high school and middle school, like I was drawn to less screaming, more singing type, like hard rock, like Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace and Theory of a Dead Man and all those bands. And I liked like a lot of that stuff because of the message. I did like enjoy a lot of Breaking Benjamin's screaming stuff, which was a shocker to me, but I was like, we'll just roll with it, okay? But 3 Days Grace, like Riot, that was a great song and it had a bit of screaming in it. My friend, I'm gonna stop calling him my friend. His name is Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Josh, Josh introduced me to bands like Wage War and We Came as Romans and Beartooth and all of
Josh
those.
has good taste in music.
Oh yes, he does. Those bands were great because of the scream. Like I kind of really got more into the screaming stuff, and I feel like metal music. It all kind of depends on where you are in life too.
It really does. It's very personal.
It's like I feel like I've always been an emo kid. So like if I'm listening to songs about, for example,
It was
go
never
with
a phase.
let's go with Dayseeker here, Dancing with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight, I'm gonna be like, all right, like let's explore that more. What's going on here? But yeah, I feel like very, very emotional person. And so if bands have songs that speak to me in that way, I'm drawn in. When my friend introduced me to Dayseeker, it wasn't, yes, it was definitely about the emotional lyrics, but honestly, it's the lead singer's voice that drew me in and I feel like has kept me coming back. Like I have not heard any other band with a lead singer that sounds like Rory Rodriguez. I think it's the mix between the falsetto that I like how he sings and then the raw like screams and how he can convey emotion in both of those veins. That keeps me coming back. It's literally his voice. That's the thing that sort of drew me into Dayseeker was the fact that I never heard a voice within rock that sounded like Rory Rodriguez.
Everything I've seen of them is just very deep. It's very emotional. I honestly, I had to stop for a second. I'm not in that place. I'm not sad right now. But when I am sad, I'll turn them back on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's really deep. Like not dark, but just deep. Just
Hmm.
very. If you need a good cry, they sound
Oh
great
yeah.
for that.
Yep. 1000%.
But you have a very unique voice too. Like you have a very when you start getting your stuff out, it's going to be one of those like, oh, that's Kitahrah. You know it the second you hear it. Are you doing any like karaoke, open mic nights, anything live around you? Are you going
Yeah,
out?
so I don't know how I feel about karaoke, honestly. Um and maybe it's just because I haven't really had the experience or with it or like don't really know how it all works. But open mic night seemed to be my thing. I like going and listening to other people sing before I get up there because I'm like, man, now I guess I can see what I gotta work with. I've done two so far around Columbus and both of them were really positive and great experiences. Yeah, I'm looking to continue to do that. I'm also taking voice lessons with a really great teacher. He's amazing. And he is definitely pushing, especially with when it comes to projecting. Because I think for me, like hearing people say that I have a great singing voice and that I can sing, like, if I'm honest, like, I just don't think I'm as good as everybody says I am.
I feel you
Uh,
there though. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure we're hearing
uh-huh.
the same thing? Because you hear it through your bones. You hear it conducted through your bones, not through the air. So it sounds different to us, but like also you're humble and you're so sweet. And it's like, of course you don't want to believe it, but you should.
Yeah, I just don't think I sound as good as everyone thinks I do. But
Well, you're humble and sweet, but no, you're amazing. You should wear the hat proudly.
thanks. But yeah, my singing teacher, he's great. He's pushing, but I think I think it is helping because he gives me exercises to do that aid with me singing louder.
Well, let's kind of go back to like your writing process. When you were writing your song, The I Will Win, are there any like choices that were hard for you to make when you're writing a song, or does everything kind of tend to flow easy? I know that one in particular you said came together in about an hour or two, but maybe some of the other ones. What's the hardest part of the process for you?
So I do have another song that I've written is titled, I think I call it Black Heart. And I believe I wrote that song about a relationship that I was still sort of hung up on. That one was a little bit difficult to write, and I feel like it's hard because like now that I want to move more into metal songwriting, so it's like I feel like there's a bit of imposter syndrome going on where it's like I wrote this song, will it even hold up? Like does it even sound metal enough?
Oh my goodness. Lizzie Hale and Hailstorm was just at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They just had a new exhibit open of women
Mhm.
in music, and it just made me think of that so much because she says that you don't wait for them to say that you have a seat at the table. You're building the next table.
I love
You're
it.
building a new table.
I love that. There's some imposter syndrome going on there. And then when I was writing the lyrics too, like it's hard not to compare yourself to other people, right? Like I do listen to Hailstorm a little bit, not a lot, but I know of Lizzie Hale and other bands that I listen to too, and I'm like comparing myself to the songs that I listen to. And like the song that I'm writing, like it doesn't sound like metaphorical enough, like what a sleep theory song sounds like, or what a corn song sounds like, you know. So it's kind of hard not to compare yourself to others in that regard. And I feel like writing the second verse, I feel like, and making things sort of rhyme and add up was a little difficult with this song, the Black Hearts song, and with the chorus too, because I was just laying in bed and I was like, okay, this is on my mind. Let's write it down. Yeah, sometimes melodies and getting everything to rhyme and sound how you want it to sound can be a little bit difficult as well. But the writing process wasn't super difficult with this one, I don't think. But just like the metaphorical part of everything, getting everything to rhyme and add up, I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah, definitely getting it to say what you're wanting it to say and it still sounds right. I feel like thesaurus is your best friend for like a month.
Yeah.
And then you were telling me you were using the Reaper software to kind of work with that production and kind of doing that recording.
Yeah. So I just use Reaper to record in, and then I normally send out that recording to someone who can do all the tweaks and edits and mix and mastering and things of that nature. But yeah, I just use Reaper to record in. I can do like basic editing, like copying and pasting things if I have to do that, or cutting things out if something doesn't sound right. But yeah, for me, Reaper is pretty basic.
I mean, is there anything more that you're in the process of learning and doing like right now? What's the next step for you for your music?
Well, I have a cover of a Dayseeker song. I'm just going to say that. And it is featuring someone who I will not say, but that is in the works right now. And the next step after that is working on getting the original song either produced, mixed, and mastered, but not published yet, or publishing it. So those are the next things. And then I'm going to continue to go to open mics and try to put myself out there. And of course, doing the singing lessons, continuing with the voice warm ups and the vocal warm ups, and getting things prepped for any upcoming possible events or things like that. So, yeah, that's about it right now.
Well, we can find Kitahrah on Kitahrah Music on Spotify, and she's on Instagram, and she's on Facebook, And KT's Rock Renaissance has its own Instagram and Facebook. And I love listening to your stuff on Spotify. I'm going to be following you forever. And I think everyone should. And yeah, and you're in the Columbus, Ohio area. If we can find and catch you live in the wild,
Yeah, Cleveland is 2 hours away. That's my hometown. So, um, Cleveland might also be a place that I frequent for shows.
I think you might ever make it down to. I saw some Alabama love on the page. You're gonna roll tide in person.
Hey, I would love to. But I feel like I definitely make it to Michigan before I make it to Alabama.
Hey, it is a
So,
little closer.
yeah.
It is a little closer. Hey, you're always welcome. Come up. We'd love to see you. I'd love to
Yeah.
see you. Yeah. Following all of the things. Selfless plug, follow Rockers United Deluxe to see me and see where I will be interviewing next.